Good morning guys, it's motocross time again today. Welcome to round 3 of the Luton Club's 2023 Motocross Championship here in central Bedfordshire at the Toddington Motor Park. Should be a good day's racing. We have a mixture of 2 strokes, 4 strokes out there again. Today's about the juniors, the experts. I believe we've got some over 60s, some over 40s taking part. And it should be a good day's entertainment, so hope you can join us. Race conditions today appear to be near on perfect. We've just had practice and the time training, and basically it's looking in pristine condition. You haven't got the overlay of a bog when you first start out and they've watered the track. It doesn't seem to have that today. The dust shouldn't be a problem because there could be a bit of rain in the air this afternoon. So all being good, we should have some great entertainment. The guys are out there, I believe they're not giving it their all, so this is just another practice session, probably juniors again. What is different between now and when I used to race is they now seem to have these responders on their bike. It's like a time thing. The old lap scorers huts have gone from yesteryear where they'd see your number coming around. It's more done electronically, and now they will give you like an average time over your 2 or 3 laps practice, and that will send you into a group of what you would be for the rest of the day. Whereas when I was racing, it would be your numbers that you would get for your race day. I mean, it depended. Sometimes you just the names out of the hat, etc. You get your number, you'd be in a qualifying group. Sometimes, unfortunately, if it was an open championship or open a centre, you'd get the experts in you with you. So I'd have the likes of Greg Hansen up against me, absolutely wipe the floor with us all. But then they would put you into your groups. Your experts would go into their own individual groups, and the junior riders would go into a group A or a B, sometimes even a C on the day, depending on how many would turn up. Nowadays, you've got more of an age group related race event. So if you've got a load of guys that are 60s, they will race against each other, 50s, 40s, 30s and so on. Juniors will get those. Back in the day, we used to have the 125 championship, which I was in. There used to be a workers race, which the guys who go around and build the track in the first place will get an extra race out of it and a championship at the end of the year. classic old Mako out there. That bike probably from about between 79, 81 possibly. Twin shock of course. How on earth nowadays they get the parts for these bikes, I don't know. Someone having a bit of a mare. Notable absentee here today. Just caught up briefly, had a chat with Paul Byrne and his father. He's hoping to be back around September time for the vets. I don't know whether it's Farley or Fox Hills this year. One of his old nemesis, Gary Optroff, out here today. They had a right ding-dong battle there a few years back. He sadly missed. He come down very heavily at the vets, which was the last meeting that was here over the weekend of the, I believe it was the first weekend in June. We see some old legends make a comeback, the likes of your Julian Rawson, local lad, lived growing up only a few fields from here. He was certainly out to entertain the crowd, and obviously on the day you turn around and think some of these old guys ain't got anymore. You should have seen Russ Jarman go in the over 60s. He was phenomenal. Fine fragrance perfume. One of these riders out here today, I definitely smell the distinctive smell, spit my teeth back in, of Castrolare. Problem with Castrolare is it coats the piston head, you get a fine layer of glue. So probably every couple of races they've got to end up stripping the engine down. I used to favour Silkeling Comp 2 back in the day. side out there on giving it some gas. He, amongst many of the other riders out here, has a selection of bikes. Looks like he's out on a more modern one, but he has got an Evo. Those of you who know about the Evos and the Super Evos, a lot of these riders will have something back in the shed or garage back home for specific races and different championships. Someone's roll-off system flailing behind them. Riders taking a bit of a lunch break now. Then the afternoon schedule will kick in. It's this time they tell their old war stories, their battle scars, etc. Talk about the different lines, what's suited to them, the setup of the bike, etc. Or maybe just do some running repairs and get everything ready to go to get back out on the circuit. Any pitch you'll find some really colourful characters, that's for sure. And there's your classic Mako over there. Oh, Red Rocket. That'll be maybe, let's see, 78, 79, even 77. That's sort of your early Malherbe and Graham Noyce era. An old relic there of how they used to prepare the tracks, but nowadays they bring in heavy duty machinery. Look at these two, absolutely fantastic, worth a few bob for sure. And then of course over there you've got the Bowsers to keep the dust down. It does take a heck of a lot to organise one of these events, and all the guys here at the Luton Club do an absolutely tremendous job. between the 2-stroke and the 4-stroke, you get the grunt of the 4-stroke and the high-pitched scream of the 2-stroke. Generally they would be a 250 or a 125. There are a few 500s out here. Not wanting to feel left out, there's Martin out there taking some fantastic photo shots. How difficult is it to ride one of these machines? Basically, put it in perspective, it's like riding a bucking Bronco. It's been said that the modern bikes are easier to ride than the older bikes. But all the same, you put a very fit guy on one of these bikes, they will struggle to complete more than a couple of laps. Arm pump, significantly a major factor in that. Your arms, your legs, they pump up solid and you physically can't move. So that affects you using your clutch, using your throttle, your riding position. A lot of these guys will be what they call hanging loose. They'll loosely be riding these bikes. If they tense up, they've got no chance. Well, I certainly hope you guys have been entertained with today's racing. Day's been pretty spectacular. The weather has held out. The club have put on an absolutely fantastic meeting. You couldn't ask for better racing conditions. Just that slight bit of dust coming up now, but apart from that, the track has held true throughout. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a real pleasure to come here again today, the Toddington Motor Park, to bring you the third round of the Luton Club Championship under ACU. I will be back here September, I believe it's September the 3rd, for the penultimate round. After that I head out stateside. So with that, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've tried my best for you. Like these guys being weekend warriors on the bikes, I'm pretty much similar behind the camera doing the same sort of thing. And with that, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the movie. Bye for now.